Let me grab the waystone energy source so like that's not just sitting in the bank. How's the terraforming going? Just a real interesting setup. Okay, grab you. Because if we get this up, everything gets so much easier. Here's something I need to know. Does this count as our home? If I like wander out over here, make sure I'm not getting eaten by jackals. Like I said it as a claim, but I think I need... let's see, tornado warning may vanish. Well, that's good. You don't want the tornado warning to stick around. Nah, I get you. I get you. Don't die. You can help it. Alright, let's get a masonry station here. So we've got smithing, mining, masonry. What we need are the kiln and the smelter. That's a lovely area for a smelter. Kiln. Kiln? Strange place for a kiln, but like I've seen worse. Hey, I've got clay. Alright, but priorities. We need the mining station. Requires stone slabs. Does anything else require stone slabs? Plenty that requires stone chunk. Stone chunk is what it needs. Stone chunk. Stone chunk. Stone chunk. Nope, those are just bricks. Alright. Get the waypoint up. We can use teleporters to come back. And deliver stone things by hand. The problem is, like, I need the stone things to build that in the first place. Okay, so we need rope, which is easy to build here if we get like the looms and stuff up, which won't be too hard once we get the timber. Getting the timber is a little tricky. Alright. Our priority is stone stuff. Because timber's not so bad. You could load your inventory up with wood, rough wood, or planks. You could teleport to your home location. I need that home location to be here. Where am I going to get stone slabs? If we sail across the ocean over here, this area is calm forest. There's also tundra up there. And consult a map. Alright. closest place to get tier 2 stone is probably across the sea. Straight up in region 8. Alright. Stone trip. Alright. Now, while we're looking to get stone, I'm going to run through the woods to see if any of this area is cart viable. If it's not cart viable, then we need to do the river hop that we did before. Alright, looking at a large flat area. Can I get to the river from here? I need to be like a few tiles away from the river, or I can call this good. Like I can come over here and it connects to the river. So if this area can remain flat enough, then I can get close enough to do the river hop. I have to run along here without ever changing an elevation. At least not like more than like a tick or two. I get jackals to chase me, that would be ideal. You're just limestone, are you? You sure are limestone. Trying to stay at the same elevation. A bit of a dip here. Oh, I'm starving. Alright, we eat the garbage fish. I don't think I have a choice. We have to go down. Unless this reconnects to the river, which would be wild. Which it might. Dang. Okay. Not close enough. Yep. I think the river hop is the only way to do it. Well, I guess we could do like the resource drop. What am I talking about? So like I can just unload the cart and drop everything on the floor. That's not so bad. This area is much flatter-ish. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Alpha Jackal? It says yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good, it says. This Alpha Jackal gets the surprise attack. We caught him napping. These steeps might be low enough that I can take a cart up them. That would be delightful news. Come on. Die for me. If we get Slayer up high enough level, we can get a crossbow, and that would be pretty cool. Okay. We're going back out to sea. Where do we need to land? Think there. Not directly southeast, but kind of at a southeast angle.
Thanks, Granddad.
Hey, thanks for following, Knight's Code. How are you doing? Doing good? You interested in joining the Cozy Empire? I'm doing good. In which, any viewers who wish to join the Empire, it's an open invitation for everybody. Obviously, we've got a lot of work to do around the settlement, but we've got it. Once I get the waypoints set up, I feel like everything's gonna fall into place. What's the Empire's name? Well, it doesn't have one yet, but it will be the Cozy Empire, as voted for by my Discord. Which I think is kind of like a nice, inviting name. So, like, the people who really don't want to get into any conflicts can come to our little safe haven in the north. Around north 7,000, east 2077. You love that we're east 2077. 7,000 might be a little short of our civilization. Oh, we're good. Alright, how far do I have to go? That's, man, kind of a ways. But we're gonna get some rocks. And once we get into the next region, we'll be able to see if there are any settlements there that we can utilize as kind of our go-to Calm Forest location. At 0.72% of the world unlocked. Hang on, I think our music is conflicting with the in-game music. Like, I pumped up the music for, like, the Dark Forest, it just never came up. And eventually, once we like tear down enough trees and we actually have space, what we can do is we can set up a market board. And then if anyone watching this just wants to make a quick buck, delivering us stone is a great way to do it. We'll be able to reward you with like tier 3 tools. It'll be so good. It'll be a while before we can do it though. Like I've got the tier 3 smithing. If you brought me all the materials, I could make you your tool. But I think we're gonna have to like get all of the other stuff ourselves. We got like the tier 3 rocks. I don't think those come into play at all. Never mind. We got tier 3 ore, tier 3 animals, tier 3 wood, and we can grow the tier 3 fiber plants, I believe. The tiny little island in the middle of the sea. I wish they were like partially calm forest. I don't think they are. Alright. You need to shift north by 5 degrees. If this island just had like one little corner that was like calm forest, life would be so much easier. Someone in the chat's asking how big a settlement can be. It looks like you can research settlement size with probably every tier. So I imagine a settlement can get very, very big. But it's going to take forever. We need to build a foundry in our empire so we can put down a watchtower. That's a big goal. That's a thing that actually very much concerns me. We can't get a foundry down. Can't create hexite shards. Which means we can't found our empire like fully. You know some have reached tier 4 and 5? Yeah. Or you've heard, I can confirm somebody out there has at least gotten tier 4. So Telleril, he's a streamer of the Ottoman Empire. He, last I checked, was like a level 50 scholar. I guess you could be level 50 while doing low-level tasks. But I would be shocked if he didn't immediately get like the better gear from his team. You played with him in the demo? Yeah. The Empire is just cosmetic though? Yeah, but I mean, a cozy community. I want that cosmetic. It's kind of like the goal of this stream is to build an empire. Like, it's the way I know like my journey has kind of ended, or at least succeeded, you know? Like, a smarter thing to do would probably be hop on, set the goal of like making a town or like a little settlement and not care about the empire. You get a free cape. You'll donate your 10k hexite to the empire. That's mighty kind of you. I really appreciate that. I would never demand that of the empire's citizens, but it is more than welcome. I'd say if we end up with like enough materials to supply the empire, I'd be willing to spread it out over that continent. It would feel really bad for anybody who has a settlement in there who's not looking to be engulfed by our cozy empire. Like, we might just be a tiny little empire of forest dwellers. Low-key, super rich in hexite shards, no one will ever know. You have 0 plans to start your own empire, so you're happy to donate if it's possible for you to do that. It is possible for you to do that. I don't think you can do it right now with just the claim. I think the actual empire needs to be alive. I think I need the foundry for you to throw hexite shards in there. Or maybe, hang on. Claim totem. Treasury. Status. Research. No. Recruit. I don't know. I don't seem to have the option to do it. Do I have an empire thing? Not yet. Maybe once we get the empire research going, it'll be there. Alright. We need to shift much more eastward. But yeah, not only does it seem like you can donate to the empire, I believe your hexite shards will be refunded when there's a wipe. That actually confuses me. What happens to the hexite shards you donate to an empire? Do they go to me, or do they go back to you? I would hope they go back to you, so that if, like, in the free version after a couple of wipes you do want an empire, get that. Think you have to have the hexite foundry and bank. I do have a bank. The foundry, I think, is going to come with the empire research. The empire research is here, which I need 20,000 supplies. To get that, I would need to boost the supply limit, which I could do right now. But since the supplies aren't really going up, we're in no hurry to do that. I think there's a hexite bank as well. I don't know anything about that. You have permissions to the empire as a founding member? Maybe.
Thanks, Granddad.
Zernon Daystar. Yeah. I don't know. Whoop. Travel. Things got weird when I hit the border of Region 8. Hey, do you think it's worth money, or should you wait until the full release? My own personal opinion is that it is worth the money. Alright, where am I? Still here. Still heading east. Like, I'm looking at these claims. We'll find the one that's like the most calm foresty. So I've been having a great time with it. I don't mind that I paid money. I am going for an empire, which currently is the only thing the money can get me. And so it's weird. I'm definitely getting more than my money's worth. And even if I wasn't going for an empire, I think I'd still be getting my money's worth. Like, I could see putting hundreds of hours into this game. And so, like, yeah, the game, not the best game I've ever played, but it's just got, it's really hitting the spot right now. You just started yesterday, enjoying it so far? Yeah. Like, if you're a very social person, I feel like the game is amazing. If you're not a social person, but you still want to, like, do things as part of a huge community, I still think it's the game for you. If you want to just be completely solo and on your own, maybe? I don't think that's super viable. I think you'd get to like level 30 and then be bored and everything. but it's doable. I think that's kind of what I'm heading for, level 30 and everything. I hit level 20 and everything, and I think just through coincidence of needing to do things, I'm gonna hit level 30 and everything. You can do that though? You can just be a traveling merchant or something? Yeah. That's true. There's no requirement to be a part of the group. That is the thing I love most of all. Like, not only can you just pop into any settlement, use their stuff, no questions asked, but like, you're not expected to like give anything. Like, they get rewarded for you just being there, I think. Maybe. It might be like through the market if you don't live there. But like one thing we did, we made ourselves citizens of... Oh, where there? The Venture Trading Company. And what being a citizen of their empire means, and their settlement, is they make money off of us. You found you when you were looking for BitCraft Let's Plays and watched your first video? Have you already set up a settlement? Already is kind of a strong word since it's been 45 hours. We just laid down our claim. Like, we are... I can't even see it. I'm not allowed to see it, but it's like right here. In this cozy little lake. Right on the coast of the snowy peak. You can be a member of multiple settlements. You can? That's great news. That means, like, just as a courtesy, you can make people money. Like, they get free money. You don't pay anything. It's not your money that's going to them. Oh, that's so good. Because I think that's going to be a thing, especially for us. Because, like, we're doing this sailing for, like, bricks. It might be entirely necessary for us to, like, form a good relation with the nearest calm forest settlement. And so, like, we had two choices. We could sail around this corner and probably, like, hit here on this peak. Or take the slightly shorter across region area and visit Krakatoa, which apparently is a Twitch TV username. One of your main professions is mining? Nice. Is rough leather from jackals? No. No. Cracktown? Krakow? Krakatoa. Krakatoa? I hope their gimmick isn't that they're like a crackhead streamer. I've got too many crackheads in my life, you know? Leather comes from birds. Yeah, leather does come from birds and goats. And eventually deer and stuff. Alright. So one of your main professions is mining. The bummer around our city, or our village currently, is the biome charts we were looking at were old news. And we don't actually have tier 2 rock like we thought. Problem is, rock is very, very, very necessary for us to complete our settlement so that we can get it up to an empire. Tornado warning done. You lived? Nice. How to kill birds, though? You need a bow. For the hunter profession. Where is it? Not to be confused with a crossbow. But with the hunter tool, you just right-click on the birds, and your guy will automatically chase them down and kill them. Then you take the bird corpse back to the butcher station. That'll give you meat, animal fur. They're very furry birds. And a rough pelt. And you take that pelt, and you shave all the hair off of it. Then you get a clean pelt. Take that clean pelt, you put a bucket of water and some tree bark together, you get some tannin at the well. Well, you get carpenter makes a bucket out of wood and planks. It's a whole process. If you don't want to be a carpenter, you don't need to know about it. But if you're planning on doing everything, you need to grab a tree, tear it out of the ground, haul it with your cart back to the forestry station, chop it into logs. Then you turn the logs into stripped wood, and you turn the stripped wood into planks. Then you turn the planks into a bucket, and then you take those buckets and you fill them with water. And then you take the bucket with water and the bark, and you turn that into tannin. And you take your clean hides, you mix it with the tannin. That'll get you a tanned hide. Lovely. So you take your tan hide, and then you can cut that into little rough leather squares. Feel like doing everything is just counterintuitive. If everyone specialized, how we would advance way faster. You're 100% right. It took me 45 hours to get where I am now, and I am special. I do everything. That is not the best way to play. It felt like the best way for me to play. A lot of my viewers were kind of like waiting for me to find a settlement. And so, like, I needed to grind the research by myself before they, like, decided they wanted to hop in. Once we dropped the claim, like, people are, like, popping up all over the place. But the good thing is, whoever's good at what can do whatever they love. And I will naturally fill in whatever gap that ends up being. I think for an Empire leader, it's almost guaranteed to be Scholar. So, like, I'll spend a lot of time at the nerd station. But I'm also turning into a very decent blacksmith. So I'll be able to, like, crank out the tools once we get, like, all the materials in there. But for the most part, chained to the nerd desk. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see how it goes. I think I'll probably get to Slayer level 1,000,000 too, just because there's lots of things to kill in the Pine Forest.